Hello everyone. Today's video we're going to be teaching you how to set up a fresh vinegar eel culture from a starter that you will receive from us at fancyguppies.net. The main ingredients you're going to need is apple cider vinegar. I just buy mine by the gallon at Walmart. It's pretty inexpensive, couple bucks for the gallon. An apple. And any apple will do. Red, yellow. I haven't used the green ones, but I would imagine they'll work just the same. That is one of our starters. That's just the way you'll get it from us. It's a piece of filter floss material, and it's soaked with vinegar eels, and there's also still a little bit of liquid in here as well from the culture, the main mother culture. Okay, and culturing vessel. I use the half-gallon pickle jars. They're actually a little more than a half a gallon. They're 80 fluid ounces, so just a little bit more, but that's fine. We only use about a half a gallon of liquid. And that's about it. I'll go ahead and show you the steps on what to do when you receive your starter. Our cameraman from the rest of this video is going to be Joey. Say hi, Joey.
Hi.
Okay. Here we go. Okay, like I said, you'll receive your starter culture from us like this in a little Ziploc bag. It's a piece of filter floss material that I let soak overnight in a mother culture, and it soaks up all the little vinegar eels. I also add a little bit of liquid in there as well. That's going to be full of vinegar eels. So we're going to set this aside because we won't need that until last. You're going to need your culturing vessel. Again, like I said, this is a half-gallon size culturing vessel. First thing you're going to do is you take your apple cider vinegar and you mix it at a ratio of 1 to 1. One part's just regular old tap water, and the other half 1 part apple cider vinegar. I've already pre-mixed this 50-50, and same with this here. This is also already just a 50-50 mix. I just keep them on hand, that way if I just need to top off for evaporation, or if I take out too much from harvesting, I just top off with this and don't have to worry about mixing. So first thing we're going to need is an apple. Usually you want to peel the apple first, because sometimes there's pesticides or chemicals on the skin that are going to be harmful to our eels. So we will peel the apple real quick. You only need about a half of an apple per half-gallon culture. So if you're going to do, like a wine bottle, which is 32 ounces, you can use a quarter of an apple. If you're going to do 1 gallon size, then you can use a full apple. So I will peel about half this apple, and that looks about right. It doesn't have to be exact. The apple just produces or gives food for the bacteria that the microworms are going. The vinegar eels are going to eat. Just take the rest of that skin off there. And that's about it. We've got a peeled half apple. Whoops. That goes right into our culture, just like that. Into that, we're going to add a half a gallon of 50-50 mix, water and apple cider vinegar. I fill it up just below the curvature of the glass. So we're going to need a little more than that. And as I said, this is already pre-mixed 50-50. So I have seen people use just straight apple cider vinegar, but this works just fine and it saves money. So that's about right. It's just below the curvature of our vessel. The apple will float for a couple of days. After that, it'll sink down to the bottom, and it will be out of your way the rest of the time. You may notice some sediment building up inside your culture over time, that's not going to be a problem either. About every 2 to maybe 3 months, you're going to want to refresh your apple, and that's really about it. If you're making subcultures, I would suggest, always keep 2 cultures going at all times, just in case one crashes. And if you're going to subculture from a mother culture like this, all you need to do is just take out a little bit of liquid out of this and set up another container just like we just did, and just pour off a little bit of the contents into your new culture. I start a new one about every month, and about every 2 to 3 months I refresh the apple in the old one, and I will also dump out about half the liquid and put fresh 50-50 mix in there, almost like a water change for your fish. So here's our starter, just like you would get it from us. Basically, you just take this out of the package, and you can just swish it off real good inside your culture, or you can just leave it in there for a few days and then fish it out later with a pair of tongs or something. I like to leave it in there. That allows all the worms to come out. Pour off any liquid that's in there, and that is almost it. I like to take mine, I just take a coffee filter, just regular standard coffee filter, and cover the top of it up. You can use a rubber band, or I have a few girls here, so we just use old hair ties. And that's it. That'll prevent any bugs or flies from getting in there. And it takes about 3 weeks to a month before the vinegar eels are to the population where you can go ahead and start harvesting. And that's really about it. Just set this in a dark place. I keep them under the bathroom sink cabinet. And that's about it. Like I said, just in about maybe 2 or 3 days, you can go ahead and take out that filter floss material that's in there if you choose to leave it in. And you're set. If you guys have any questions, you can email me at www.fancyguppies.net. That's it. Thank you for watching.